Hey, I really hate to do this to you right at the start of the video, but I've been working my ass off for the past few months to reach 100,000 subscribers, and we are so close to that goal at this moment that I can practically smell it, if you can smell a numerical value. If you are new to the channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, or even if you think you've subscribed, could you go down below and check the subscribe button? I'd appreciate if you could click it and consider supporting me. Obviously, you're not obligated to, but I make these videos for completely free for you, so any support you'd be willing to give back to me would mean a lot. If you do subscribe to the channel, you will get other content like this video, and also it would mean a lot with helping me reach this goal. Obviously, it's completely free to subscribe to my channel. You can unsubscribe at any point, but I would appreciate any support to help me close this final stretch and reach the goal I've been aiming for so damn long, so I can finally say I've done it, and then I can just relax. I can have fun. I don't have to worry about reaching the goal anymore, and I don't have to be afraid that I might get cancelled before I reach it. Thank you for the support. So, I was on Twitter today when I came upon a post that blew my mind. A situation so insane, I was shocked when I checked YouTube, and absolutely nobody so far has reported on this situation or discussed it in depth. A Chinese VTuber came out publicly on Bilibili discussing how for half a year they were being human trafficked, and that's why they completely disappeared from all of their social media platforms, and sweet Jesus, this is insane. I became aware of this situation from a tweet that reads, "A Chinese VTuber got human trafficked for half a year. This is unholy levels of f***ed up. I hope she'll be fine from now on. That's enough trauma for a lifetime." A tweet that currently sits at 18.5 thousand likes. And upon reading this, I was genuinely shocked. Shocked that I, one, wasn't aware of this situation, and two, the insanity behind this situation. A VTuber going public about how they'd been human trafficked is insane, and genuinely one of the most interesting but horrifying stories I think I've ever heard. So I think today it's important I discuss this situation and bring more awareness to it, and the situation Porin had to endure, and their response and public posts about it. But for a little bit of background, Porin was a VTuber who was kidnapped on their way home at night. People took her in a van and brought her to a remote village where they then sold her. Porin very recently was rescued by the police, and upon being rescued, released a video explaining the entire situation and providing their story, in which they said the following, which has been translated into English. "I wanted to tell you guys why I disappeared for half a year without saying anything. It was a dark night. I was on my way home, and I wanted to get home early to eat dinner, so I chose a way that's near my home, yet a remote route, just a far off alley. Then I heard someone that was calling me, and I turned around to see some people coming up to me, who said my internet had been hacked, they were the police, and that I must come with them to make a statement. They took me in a van before I doubted it, and I still had my phone then. I didn't doubt them because I thought they were policemen, so they pulled me in the van. And I texted my friend, I am in a police car, so I will record your birthday blessings when I am home. And that's the last thing I said. And it happened so abruptly that I didn't tell my family where I was going to. So shortly after I sent the message, they started keeping a close watch on me. They even had someone in the backseat to watch me. They took my phone, and I was left ridiculously confused. Why would they take my phone away? But there was nothing I could do. I didn't dare to say. So after that, they drove so far to a village that I didn't even know where I was. And I was sold to a mid-age auntie. That auntie ordered me around, beat me, and scolded me if I didn't do well. And that auntie smokes. The problem is, she didn't have an ashtray, so she would put out cigarettes on my arm. However, I found that even if the frequency is low, she still leaves the house sometimes. So I tried to find a timing to escape, but failed. I believed this would be the rest of my life, being locked in this house forever, but I did not expect that half a year later, police would rescue me. They said I looked like someone on the missing list, and took me with them. Maybe that's the silver lining. Though I lived in that place for 6 months without any contacts with the world, have some minor injuries, and I have no idea what's happening these days, I am back on streaming, I am still optimistic, and it doesn't bother me. I'm also seeking medical and other assistance, so you don't need to worry about me. I'm okay. This video is just explaining why I disappeared for half a year, and you guys were worried about me, so I think I should explain that. And while I don't want to bring negative energy to you, at the same time, I couldn't find a way to explain why I disappeared. So ultimately, I decided to tell you guys. Thank you for being willing to wait for me for so long, and please keep yourself safe. Never be as foolish as I am. I found out I'm kind of stupid after this incident. Honestly, this is a horrifying situation for anyone to be in. The thought that you could be taken by people you presume to be placed out of nowhere is genuinely one of people's worst nightmares. Human trafficking is an incredibly traumatic experience, and unsurprisingly, you probably wouldn't enjoy being kidnapped. Maybe that's an extreme take. Maybe people disagree with me. This story is genuinely concerning, and I'd love to send as much support to Porin as possible, considering how horrifying an experience they must have lived through. As the OP behind the Reddit post about this situation states, human trafficking is a serious problem in China. There are many news stories about women being sold to men in villages, such as a chained woman incident where a mentally disturbed and imprisoned woman was chained to a wall and gave birth to 8 children, with them then attaching a wiki page titled The Chained Woman Incident. This incident was a case of human trafficking, severe mistreatment, and subsequent events that came to light in January 2022. A video of a mentally disturbed and imprisoned woman who was chained to a wall and gave birth to 8 children went viral on China's internet and sparked huge public outcry. Though, due to strict political control and censorship of media in China, many of the country's top investigative journalists left the profession in the 2010s, and as a result, Chinese internet users who demanded answers had to dig into the story themselves, with some netizens being arrested while trying to investigate the case, as the incident unfolded during a politically sensitive period of the 2022 Winter Olympics. Local officials allegedly first dismissed the human trafficking claims on the 28th of July by saying the woman had been legitimately married to the local man and was mentally ill. However, facing continuous public pressure, Chinese authorities later conducted 2 higher-level investigations that led to the arrest of 2 people suspected of human trafficking, as well as the woman's husband, for illegal detention. Authorities have also punished 17 officials in the country for dereliction of duty in the handling of the case. This seems to be a big issue in China, where a lot of people have experienced human trafficking, and seemingly in some of these cases, the government has done almost nothing to help those people or get them out of the situations they're in. Honestly, this is top 10 nightmare situations you could possibly experience. I genuinely wish nothing but the best for the people who have been forced into these situations, and I think it's important more people talk about the fact this is happening. It is insane to me that I never heard anything about this till now. I, as far as I'm aware, and I don't want to suck my own dick, okay? I'm not that type of person. But I genuinely think people need to discuss this situation in specifics. With that being said, please do go send support to Porin. I'm sure they'd appreciate it at this time. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I make videos on situations that interest me and hopefully interest you. You can check out my Twitter too if you'd like to support me over there. I present opinions that I don't present on this channel. Basically, I state things that are cringe and then I delete them at a later date. But we don't talk about that. And you can also check out my Discord if you'd like to join my community, get to talk to me, and get notifications on videos as soon as they come out if YouTube doesn't notify you. With that being said, I'll see you next time. This is a really weird camera angle. I don't know why I decided to do it from a side shot. Please don't mention it. I'll see you next time, and peace.
Said she wanna rock with a nigga like me. I'm a stylish guy. Spend a little guap with a nigga like me. We can catch a fly. Said she wanna rock with a nigga like me.